Hey YouTube, how's it going? It's Neptorka here, back for another reaction in Fire Emblem Heroes. This time we've got our first summer banner. Pretty exciting, except for the fact that I have no orbs, and I don't know, I'm probably not going to get Embla. Like, it's just not coming home. It's really frustrating. And yeah. Like, I want to pull for Legendary Camilla, but now I don't want to anymore. And same thing with the Attuned Micaiah. Like, I would love to get Attuned Micaiah, but if these are really cool units, like, I'm just going to dump on all of those, forget it, and go straight into, you know, these summer units. So let's take a look. I tried my hardest not to get spoiled, but it didn't happen. So I'm excited about one of them. Nobody knows who the silhouettes are. I thought it was Dagger, like Summer Dagger. That's who I thought. Like, everyone's like, oh, it's two dudes, and I was like, I don't know. It looks like a pretty feminine, albeit muscular woman on the right hand side. So let's go ahead and take a look and jump into it. The summer theme. Nepthus.
Oh, the joys of the sea.
Okay, that's
We'll make
definitely
this a lovely
censorship.
summer yet.
There's no way there's that thing right there. Oh man. Talk about an insane kit detail. This detail sucks. There we go. Yeah, she's definitely got some censorship there. It's always lovely when they have censorship on Nintendo titles.
Aw, come here.
Honestly, though, I feel like if it's a bikini, there shouldn't be censorship, but I don't know, maybe that's just me. No way!
Well, well.
She brought 37 damage down to nothing? Okay. Okay, that's Reed. A lot of people thought it was Reed.
Highly of the beach, so I've been
Dude,
looking
he
forward
looks
to this outing.
good. Oh man. There's gonna be some
Sweltering.
thirsty ladies out there. So that was the sailboat. That was the one on the left. Ice Princess Seal. Good. They're reviving. They're like giving him a new ability because he didn't have a very good one.
You kneel.
The tide is high.
That's really good artwork. That really is good artwork. No way. Is that Olivia?
Such breathtaking scenery inspires me to
Wow.
come up with new dances.
Wow, that looks so good. Oh, I have to get a copy of her. I mean, she looks fantastic. Didn't Olivia already have? Oh no, it was her dance. It was her, like, the dance banner. That's what it reminds me of. Okay, and the censorship. I find this pairing kind of weird.
Appropriate. Well, we mustn't get lost.
I'm not gonna lie,
You're all
I find
right.
this pairing kind of strange. Very strange, actually. Like, I don't think they should be pairing, like, time-skipped versions of the same. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of it.
This may be cold.
Dude, I love how she's sitting in the inner tube. That's awesome. And they really went to town on the sprite. The sprite animation on her boobs. Yeah. Okay, so it's
You're
It's
all right.
Golovig stuff. Golovig doing
Breathe
Golovig
deep.
stuff. Okay, so it's a really strong... Oh, wow. It's... Oh, my gosh. That's kind of busted.
Lost, are we?
Yeah, that's kind of busted. Oh my gosh, the censorship is driving me nuts. Alright, what bloke are we gonna get for... Who is that? I can't tell who that is. Like, the hairstyle makes me think Flavia, but that's not Flavia. Yeah. I don't know. Then it'll last until the 8th, no, the 4th of August. So it's going to last a long time. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at these. Generally, when you have so much censorship here, it's bound to be a good unit. Honestly, though, look at the little Sharena like cookie in her drink.
Oh, the joys of the sea. We'll make this a lovely summer yet.
I mean, this looks good, but my rule is if it doesn't have automatic transformation at all times, it's not worth getting this unit. So let's take a look. So we have Love of Nephthys. Accelerate special trigger, 14 might. At the start of combat, if unit's HP is greater than 25%, grants bonus to unit's attack to speed, defense res equal to number of allies within 3 rows and 3 columns centered on unit times 3 plus 5 max 14. Neutralizes effects that guarantee follow-up attacks and units to prevent follow-up attack, and reduces damage from foes' first attack by 40%. Okay, so in a nutshell, she gets stats up to 14 based on the number of allies. She gets no follow-up, and she gets damage reduction on the first attack. That's the first part of the kit. Second part of the kit grants the following effects to allies within 3 rows or 3 columns centered on unit. If unit's HP is greater than or equal to 25% at the start of combat to unit, when that unit or ally special triggers during combat, reduces the percentage of foes non-special, reduces damage by percent. X% skills by percentage of that unit or ally's max special cooldown count value times 30 plus 10. So if at least it's like Luna, like, is that right? If it's Luna, that means you get 100%. And also, if that unit or ally's max special cooldown count is greater than or equal to 3, and their attack can trigger their special, grant special cooldown count -1 to that unit or ally before their first attack during combat. Okay. And then she has the adjacency bonuses for cavalry units at the very end, which is like a distance boost to your attack and defense. So the second part of the kit is a kind of like a buff to ally units that allows you to get rid of damage reduction as long as you are rolling with a 3 cooldown special or higher. And if you are rolling with a 3 cooldown special or higher, you get special cooldown count -1 to the unit before their first attack during combat. Wait, did I read that right? Okay. So this is kind of confusing, but I'm understanding, like, if you're going to attack twice, okay, and you would get, your special on like the second attack or something, it'll grant it to you. I think this is kind of like an anti-null follow-up type thing as well. I'm not quite sure, but this is awesome buffing. So she's got both. She's got great offensive stats and great defensive. Sorry, not defensive. She has great supportive capabilities. We have another person with attack speed excel, and then we have Under the Sun, enables Kanto 2, which is awesome. At start of combat, if unit's HP is greater than 25%, inflicts speed defense -5 on foe, neutralize effects that inflict special cooldown charge -X on unit, and unit deals damage equal to 20% of unit speed, and reduces damage from foe's first attack by 25% of unit's speed. And the unit's next attack deals damage equal to the total of damage reduced from foe's first attack. Okay, so it's a big time, you know, kind of a little bit of a buff to the damage, but mostly it's a big, you know, buff to your survivability, along with Kanto 2. And then lastly, we have Beast Threaten. At start of turn, inflicts defense -7 and panic on foes within 3 rows and 3 columns centered on unit through their next actions. At start of turn, if any foe is within 3 rows or 3 columns centered on unit, grants attack +6 to unit for 1 turn. And also, if special cooldown count is at its maximum value, grants special cooldown count -1 to unit. All of this works together really well for the unit, but it doesn't have the ability to disregard Beast transformation status. Like, that's huge for me. Let me see the combat that it has. See, I don't understand this. She's starting out here next to the units. So did she like start off by herself and then these units all move next to her? I'm not quite sure, but it's frustrating if she can't always be in the transformed state. Like, I don't know why they always do that to Nepthus. Like, she always has like a B skill or something that prevents her from always being in the transformed state, and it pisses me off. Makes me not want to pull for the unit at all. Alright, moving on. Jeez. Like a quarter of the of the video is all on her.
My sisters have spoken highly of the beach, so I've been looking forward to this outing.
Nice. His art really is good.
Sweltering.
Alright. We have Princess Lance. Enables Kanto 2. Accelerate special trigger. Might 16. It's pretty high. If unit initiates combat or a unit is within 2 spaces of an ally, grants bonus to attack speed defense res during combat equal to 25% of foe's attack. At start of combat, -4, minimum 5, max 14. Inflicts penalty on foes. Stats during combat equal to current bonus on each of foe's stats ×2. And reduces damage from foes' attacks by 40%. And also, if unit deals damage to a foe using a special during combat, restores percentage of units max HP equal to 10 plus units max special cooldown count ×20. I can't remember which unit was like this. It's been a while. I think we've had a unit like this, and I can't remember who it was. But essentially, in all, his lance, Prince's Lance, has Kanto 2, has Accelerate Special Trigger, has bonus to your stats based on the foe's attack at the beginning of combat, up to 14 in stats. It also inflicts penalty on the unit stats based on their stats ×2. And then it also has damage reduction up to 40%. Is it off of the first attack or no? No, it's flat 40% on all attacks. And then also, if you use a special, you will restore and heal based on the special. So it's kind of an all-in-one weapon. It does just about everything that you would want a weapon to do, like, selfishly. So I would say it's one of the better lances out there. So then we have Ice Princess Seals. At start of turn, if unit's HP is greater than 25%, inflicts speed and defense -7, frozen and guard on the closest foes within 2 spaces and on the closest foes and foes within 2 spaces of those foes through their next action. At the start of combat, if unit's HP is greater than or equal to 25%, Inflicts attack speed and defense -5 on foe. Unit makes a guaranteed follow-up attack, deals damage equal to 20% of unit's defense, and reduces damage from foes' attacks by 20% of unit's defense during combat. Frozen. Reduces inflicted units' follow-up ability and increases foes' follow-up ability through unit's next action. Increases speed difference necessary for a unit to make a follow-up attack by X. And decreases speed difference necessary for foe to make a follow-up by X during combat. Oh my goodness. If foes oh my gosh, there's so much math in this one equation. Alright, let's start with the first half of the skill. First half of the skill is you're going to inflict speed and defense -7, frozen, and guard on any unit closest to you and 2 spaces within those units. Also, when you attack someone, you're going to inflict attack speed defense -5 on the foe, and you're going to have a guaranteed follow-up attack, pure damage reduction based on 20% of your own defense, and then also extra damage dealt based on 20% of your defense. Now, frozen, okay? Ignore the first sentence. I'm gonna try that. That's just telling you the vague idea of what frozen does. So essentially, if your defense is better than the unit's defense, X will equal 10 plus the difference between defense stats times 2. Okay? So let's just say X equals 10, which means that the speed difference now must be 10 in order to make the follow-up attack as opposed to what it is normally. So, for example, if the speed difference necessary increases... Okay, never mind. It increases by 10. So, for example, if the speed difference necessary increases by 10, speed must be greater than or equal to 15 or more for a foe's speed to make a follow-up attack. So, this is kind of busted. Like, this is like the first, I think, I could be wrong, but this is like the first real, like, big time counter to speed creep in the game, which is kind of interesting. I wonder where they go with this. Like, it could just be a one-off thing. Like, we may never see this again because Sareed isn't very popular. And then we have Odd Defense Wave 4. So we're getting the Wave of 4 skills. At the start of turn, grant defense +6 to unit and allies within 2 spaces of the unit for 1 turn. If unit's defense is greater than or equal to foe's defense, -5. Neutralizes effects that grant special cooldown charge -X to foe, or inflict special cooldown charge -X on unit during combat. If it is an odd numbered turn, grants defense +6 to unit during combat. So now you just get defense +6 at all times, and then on odd numbered turns, you get an additional defense +6 during combat. Okay. Will it be more popular than other C skills? Probably not. But overall, I don't think it's bad.
You kneel.
This one's...
The tide is high.
This unit's going to be really tricky to figure out how good he's going to be. But I think he's going to be a pretty stellar unit. This unit just looks so good. Like, the artwork looks so good.
Being in the presence of such breathtaking scenery
Yeah, this artwork is phenomenal. I'm really excited for this.
inspires me to come up with new dances.
I think even though I know the voice actor is the same like all the time, it really reminds me more than any other Olivia alt of the Olivia that I used a ton in Fire Emblem Warriors. Anyways, she has C Tambourine Plus. At the start of turn, if unit's HP is greater than or equal to 25%, grants attack speed +6 to unit and allies within 2 spaces for 1 turn. At the start of combat, if unit's HP is greater than or equal to 25%, and it is an even numbered turn, grants attack speed +5 to unit during combat. At the start of combat, if unit's HP is greater than 25%, it is an odd numbered turn, grants attack speed +11 to unit during combat. Okay, so she just, like, really boosts attack and speed. At start of combat, if unit's HP is greater than 25% and unit's speed is greater than foe's speed, -5 neutralizes effects that guarantee foes follow-up attacks and effects that prevent. This is great. It's a great inheritable, tome. We don't have, and we don't have a colorless tome. So, this will be pretty useful. I mean, we don't have many colorless mages, like mages that you want to build up. So, it's probably one of the better options out there. That art is really good. Yeah, her smile on that art looks great. Cool. Okay, more censorship here.
Is this attire appropriate?
See, I'm getting more and more bothered by how they're treating Gulliver. Like, she's supposedly, just Sather, but older. They're the same person. But from that quote there, it makes it seem like she doesn't know anything about the world. She's like, they're slowly but surely acclimate, kind of like Embla. They're slowly acclimating her to being a normal member of the Order of Heroes, and I don't think that's the case. Like, I don't know. I think they're doing her personality wrong. Okay.
Well, we mustn't get lost.
Red Cav.
You're all right.
Sorry, I was totally distracted on. I'm gonna be honest. I was totally distracted by Sather's boobs just hanging there.
Right.
All right, we have Golden Sunlight, accelerates special trigger. If unit initiates combat or if foe's HP is greater than or equal to 75% start of combat, grants bonus to units attack speed, defense, res equal to 5 plus the number of foes within 3 rows or 3 columns centered on unit times 3, max 14. It deals damage equal to 20% of unit speed and reduces percentage of foes non-special, reduces damage by X% skills by 50% during combat. Okay, so the first paragraph, accelerate special trigger. You get a bonus to your abilities based on the foes within 3 rows of 3 columns, up to 14. And you deal damage based on 20% of unit speed, and you reduce damage reduction by 50%. And then the second part is if unit initiates combat, reduce damage from foes' first attack during combat by 70%. And also grants another action to unit after combat and inflicts restrict movement to one space on unit through next turn. So that's the general gist of all Gulveg units. We have Time and Light. This is a new special. Boosts special damage by 30% of unit speed when special triggers. Neutralizes effects that inflict special cooldown charge minus X on unit during combat. If unit initiates combat, after combat, if unit special is triggered and units survive, grants another action to unit and restricts movement to one space on unit. So it's her same triple, attack sequence that she has. I don't have Brave Gulveg, so I've never been able to enjoy that. I have, Legendary Gulveg, and it's nice, but, I can only use her in certain game modes. So this is kind of more appealing because, I could use her in more game modes. So we have Flared Sparrow, SR, Far Trace 4, and Odd Speed Wave 4. Grants +6 to unit and allies within 2 spaces for 1 turn. So it's just like the other one. And if it's an odd turn, you get another +6 during combat. And if unit speed is greater than foe's speed, -5 neutralizes effects that guarantee follow-up attacks and effects to prevent units. So no follow-up for cavalry, which is pretty good. They're essentially just relying on her being a stat ball for her success. So she's kind of a stat ball. I think a good comparison is, I don't know, maybe I always feel like Ninja Sanaki is kind of just a good stat ball. Like she she can do so much damage with simplistic kit means. So, I mean, I like the unit. I would love to use my own Guliveg form. And honestly, I would love to have this on offense. She's gonna hit hard.
This may be cold.
I'm surprised they didn't also put in Sather's kit into this. They have a habit of doing that.
Into the serve.
They did that with the Sather Hather kit for the New Year's one. They put both of their kits in there, and then for this one, they only really put in Guliveg's kit. So,
Careful not to burn.
my opinions on the kit, like the banner overall.
So I've been looking forward to
I
this
think
outing.
Creed is going to be a good unit. Kind of like a multi-purpose unit. Only he's more selfish though. But he's going to be able to he's going to be able to debuff like a boss. I love Olivia, her art. I think all you really need to know about Guliveg is that you have a really powerful red mage cavalry again. Like, just another threat on Aether Ray's defense, essentially. That's what I feel it is. I think this is where she'll excel the most, is probably on defense. Now, this is the one that bothers me the most. There's a lot of potential for this unit, but they once again did the whole stupid...
Summer yet.
Like, they won't let her transform whenever she wants.
Aha!
It makes me even more pissed off that they made it seem like she can transform here in the kit, but all they did was like start her off by herself and then move everyone in towards her. Like, that's scummy. Come on. So, I mean, let me make sure I didn't miss anything, but I'm pretty sure that she does not have the ability to transform at all times. Yeah. So, that's kind of a bummer. I was kind of hoping it would be in her C skill, but it's not there. So, I still think this unit is one of the more interesting ones because of their support effects. So she's going to be more of a support unit, kind of like Embla. Like, yes, she can do damage if you need to. Bridal Embla, I'm talking about. Yes, she can do damage, but the real thing that she has going for her is this support. So, I don't know. I kind of want Nepthys and Guliveg. We'll see what happens. I don't even know what to do anymore. I'm so, like, depressed that I can't seem to ever get, like, a break. Like, catch a break with orbs. I'm at 5% right now on the bridal banner, trying to get bridal Embla. And on top of that, like, I've already been pity broken once. Like, it brought it back down another, like, I can't remember, 2% or whatever it is. So I think I did the math. I've gone, like, something like 200 something pulls without getting it's just ridiculous. Sorry, not 200 pulls, 200 orbs spent without getting it. It's just ridiculous. It's kind of annoying. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. But these are interesting. I think the Nepthys kit is really interesting. The others are kind of basic. It's like basic Guliveg. So I don't really expect too much out of that. So that's going to be it for this reaction. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Overall, our first summer banner looks pretty cool. I'm looking forward to it, and I would love to see what these characters look like without their censorship all over the place. So it'll be kind of cool to take a look at it. So I will see you guys in the next one when it comes around. Neptorka out. See you guys.